Hello guys, my name is Sasan Salimi. Currently I'm working as a LCPTM in AUI LC, Art University of Isfahan LC. And here in this video I will talk about a little bit about myself and also my strategy and action plan that I would like to have if I'm going to be elected as MCPTM. So I did my bachelor in Isfahan University of Technology, then I went to India to do my master in biotechnology. Being in India was a milestone for me because it was the first time that I got introduced to the ISEC and ISEC concept. It was that time that I promised myself when I'm going to come back to Iran, I will join ISEC. And when I came back, of course, I joined ISEC. I joined ISEC in my hometown, Isfahan. And we started from a small expansion, and we came a long way from the small expansion, from the small entity now to LC in advance, and now we're going to be full LC in a couple of months. So it's been around like 13 years that I was working in different NGOs and different community related and also social related works. I think all those experiences that I gained in ISEC in Isfahan also, as well as other experiences that I have, prepared me well for this job. So more or less, you guys, I think you know me, so I'm gonna skip talking about me, and I would like to talk about more about my plans and the strategies that I would like to have if I be elected as the MCPTM. So in this section, I would like to talk about some of the reasons that I would like to apply for this position. I think the last MC did a great job, and the results and the statistics of the last MC speak for itself. But I think there's still room for improvement, and I would like to mention some of the aspects and areas that we can improve in the next MC, if I'm going to be elected, of course. So the first thing that I would like to change is that I would like to create a good system and structure for our MC, and I think I can do that in cooperation with the OT department and also OT function. I'm really happy that Daniel has been selected for that position because I think we have a lot of things in common and we can work together perfectly. And why system is important to me, because I think for any entity, for being successful, system and structure is more important than any other things. And the second thing that I would like to change is that I would like to create a uniform system of tracking, because now we have two tracking tools. One of them is LCD, which is developed by Daniel, and one of them is Albatross, which is developed by me. I think for the next semester we have to mix them, or we have to think or come up with a new tracking tools which is applicable for every entity and also LC and expansion. And we have to use that because I think the disparity in using different tracking tools will cause us some problems. So I think we have to make it uniform. And having a uniform tracking tools also will increase our engagement, our members' engagement, and also will increase the retention rate that we're gonna have, because I think the main problem that we are having is the low retention rate, and the reason behind it is that still some team leaders and still some vice presidents, they don't know how to give tasks and they don't know how to follow up the members. The third thing that I would like to change is that I would like to create a local knowledge portal, because I think that most of the material that we are using comes from ISEC International, and maybe they are not really relevant to our cultural aspect and social aspect of our society. I think we need to change that, and for that we need to create a local knowledge hub or knowledge portal. For doing that, I really need to create an NST team, which is called NST Education or NST Ed team, and I will like to use people from all entity and LC and expansion to help me for that. And another thing that I would like to change is that I would like to create a reporting system, because I think the transparency is another problem that we are facing currently in our society as well as our entity. And we need to have a reporting system, and we need to make it regular, because we have to make sure that this reporting system is in place on a regular basis, because most of the time the problem that we are having is that our members are not aware of the things that we are doing in our entity, and this unawareness of the task can lead to their disengagement and also demotivation. The next thing that I would like to also make some reform and also make some improvement is the recruitment and induction session. I think the recruitment session that we are having right now is not very efficient, and the timeline of the recruitment is also another problem because we conduct recruitment just before no rules, and I think we just like motivate members to be engaged and work, but then we're gonna have the holidays for 2 weeks, which makes them again demotivated. I think we have to just like uh, move in a recruitment session maybe a little bit ahead of no rules, so the members can have enough time to experience and to work, and maybe get from the no storming stage to the performing stage just before no rules. And induction session also should be changed and also should be reformed in some ways. I think both the content and the way we conduct induction session maybe needs some improvement that we have to do. And last but not the least is the people analytics. I think we are not doing anything, in terms of like people analytics, and that's the main problem that we are having. Because usually we let go of the members very easily, and we think that we can replace them with the new members. We don't conduct exit survey, or we don't conduct like monthly assessment or monthly performance assessment, or we don't have a good way to evaluate our members. I think if we are not gonna get like good results or like good information from our members, we cannot make any action plans for the coming months. So I think we have to work on that as well. And because usually we conduct like annual survey, which is not enough. I think we have to change it to maybe monthly or at least quarter assessment and survey. And that's it for the thing that I would like to do for making some improvement in MC. If you want to know more information about any of the things that I talk about, you can check my application. And I would like to discuss them in detail, but I don't have any time. So if you have any concern, if you have any feedback or question, also you can contact me by email, which is also available in the application. Hey guys, at the end I would like to talk about YMC and YTM function. So this is the second year that I'm working at ISEC in Isfahan, and I think it's a time for me to move on and to face like bigger challenges and to face bigger difficulties. I'm 100% sure that by being an MC I will not only develop myself, but also I will be able to develop other people as well as myself. And YTM, I think since very long time I was always interested in people. People are like source of wonder and inspiration for me. I really enjoy working with them, and I really like to understand people in terms of their behavior and their attitude. And I think by being in this position, I would be able to expand my horizon on understanding people, and also I will be able to develop myself as well as understand, and also getting self-awareness about the aspect of myself that I hadn't any idea before. And that would be all for my video. So thank you guys for taking your time and listening to my video. If you have any question, or if you have any doubt about any part of my application, please contact me. My email is available in the application, and hope to see you soon on the election day. Thank you.